Hey everyone, happy Monday. Right now I am mining some Bane Ore at the Glacore Cave because I am making Dragonbane Bolts. I'm just stocking up on them pretty much because I have been on this Queen Black Dragon kick for some unknown reason. I don't know, I really want to get good at it, and I filmed it so many times during the rap battle between the King Black Dragon and the Queen Black Dragon that I died so many times that I just really wanted to get good at it. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this time to get good at the Queen Black Dragon and actually try to make some money off of it. And I'm actually pretty happy with the results because last night I got a Dragon Kite Shield. I'll put some pictures up right now. I got a Dragon Kite Shield, I got some Royal Crossbow pieces, I got a Dragon Bone upgrade kit, so I'm making a pretty decent amount off of this Queen Black Dragon and I'm really happy about it. So hopefully I can work slowly towards my goal of full Torva. I don't really know why I want full Torva, maybe because of the combat rework that's coming out, maybe because it's the best melee armor, but I really don't know why I want it. I just kind of wanted it, and I've always wanted it, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll get full Torva soon, who knows. But right now I'm just mining some Bane Ore to make the bolts, because I know ruby bolts are probably better, or even using a royal crossbow would probably be better, but I like this because it's pretty much free. The Dragonbane bolts don't cost anything really to make except for a few astral runes and a few feathers, so it really isn't a big deal, so I like this. But one thing before I start story time is finally the rap battle is out, and I'm very proud to say it's out. If you haven't seen it, I will link it in the description, but it's my newest video, it's featured on my channel, and I worked really hard at it, and it was something that I've done differently between anything. Is I actually use, live NPCs or live boss monsters that aren't stationary. They were active, they're breathing fire at me, and that's why some of you saw the KBD breathing fire out of its butt, because it's actually facing the other way, but because of the Orb of Oculus, and because I was so far away from it to the point where if I would have been one step closer, it could attack me, and if I was one step farther away, I couldn't see it. So I literally found the one spot in the KBD layer where I could film the KBD doing its, attacks on someone, because I had my friend Tank, which thank you very much, and he was pretty much attacking him, and on his screen it's facing him, but on my screen it's facing me, because it's looking at me. So I was able to film it, and that's what I needed to do, because I couldn't film it attacking me, because that would look terrible. So I had to film it from an aspect that I'd never done before, and it was crazy. That's why some scenes you see the fire coming out of its butt, or the the water ice move, whatever it's called. So that's why some people were like, oh my god, fire's coming out of the KBD's butt, ha ha ha, we know what's going on. But that's why, because it's impossible to film it otherwise. So that's one of the things that I had to do that was differently. I filmed the KBD and QBD, I had to fight the QBD, I died to the QBD about 10 times. It was ridiculous. I mean, I did so much work for this to film it more than, anything else. The lyrics were, always take a little bit of time, and I always put, so much thought and effort into the lyrics so that they could be like right on. And then the filming was ridiculous because, well, one, I had so many factors I never dealt with. Is the stationary NPCs, which I'm not used to active NPCs. I'm used to stationary ones, so I had to film active NPCs, or boss monsters as you want to say. And then I had to get a girl to rap. I had to use a voice changer, which I pretty much made myself to try to sound like a dragon, and I thought it came out really good. I don't know. I wouldn't put out something if I didn't think it was how I wanted to hear it. And a lot of you were like, oh, it would sound better if the KBD didn't have a voice changer, or the QBD wasn't a girl, or something like that. And the thing is, I do that because I want to stay into character. I want to, have different voices for each character. That's why if I didn't care about what people sounded like, or what the rap battle sounded like, I would just rap for everything. But I want everything to have its own unique voice. That's why I got Suomi to have an accent, because they have an accent. I got someone with a British accent to do Jagex. I did a girl for the QBD. I did a voice changer for the KBD, because the KBD's voice can't be the same as Vanika's voice from the previous rap battle. That's not how it works. I really wanted to stay in character, and I really wanted to provide you guys a video series that is on point to RuneScape and actually would make sense. So that's why I do that. You guys can complain, oh, I can't really understand it that much. You can. It's understandable. I listen to it and it's understandable. It really is. It's not anything difficult to really grasp. And there's lyrics on the bottom of the screen, so it really does tie along pretty well. But anyways, I'm not going to go off on that. Thank you all for watching that and supporting it, and you guys gave me so much support on Twitter and in the comments that you loved it. So I'm really excited to make more. I love this series, I really do. It's awesome that I created this and that everyone loves it so much. So this is going to be a great video series to come, and I have a lot of ideas in store still. But also, I am not ever going to do Chris Archie versus SparkMac or RuneShark versus RuneShark. I'm not doing that. The only reason is because the rap battles of history for RuneScape are based on NPCs or boss monsters. There's no way that I'm doing Chris Archie vs. Sparkmac. One, it would start too much drama, and I'm not about that. You guys know me. I'm very humble. I do what I do, and I've been around here forever to, not pick fights with anyone. I don't pick fights with anyone. That's not how I am. So I'm not doing that for that reason, and the other reason being is because it's made for NPCs. The only reason I did Zezima vs. Suomi is because so many people know them, and the fact that so many people know them, they're legends in this game because Zezima was #1 in the game, which, he ties into the game. Chris Archie and Sparkback don't tie into the game. They're YouTube video makers for RuneScape. I mean, that's why I wouldn't even do myself in a rap battle. Zezima and Suomi are RuneScape legends. They're literally RuneScape legends. Suomi's going to be the first to 5 bill XP, and possibly to beat the game completely with a trim completionist cape after he gets 5 bill XP. And Zezima beat the game for 4 years. He was #1. So, you can't, match up to that. No one can really amount to that. So that's why they were chosen, because that was such a good idea, current #1 versus the old #1. That's why I did them, but I'm not doing other people. I'm doing NPCs, guys, so suggest NPCs or boss monsters, please, because that's what I want to do. That's what the series is about, and that's pretty much what I want to do. So I'm sorry that, you might be unhappy with, hearing these people won't be rap battling, but that's how it's going to go. Anyways, sorry for all that. Let's get into story time. Now, I put up on Twitter and Facebook, what should I do for story time? Give me some topics. And I actually like that a lot. I like the concept of that. So if you haven't liked me on Facebook, I'll put the link in the description like I always do if you haven't noticed it. But I will put it on the description, and I will put my Twitter in the description as always. And you guys can always send me, tweets or Facebook whenever I send out the, what should I do for my story time, and you guys will just send me some things. So I like that. And someone sent me a thing on Twitter and Facebook saying, talk about how you first started RuneScape and what made you play it, what was your first thoughts. And I really wanted to go into a sub-route on that for motivation. And people ask me all the time, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep playing RuneScape? You're almost 20 years old, you played this game for 7 years, you have a completionist cape. How do you still make videos for this? What keeps you motivated? So that's kind of what the whole story time is going to be about today, is motivation. And I first started playing RuneScape when I was in 7th grade, right around the same time I was getting bullied, because my friends and I, we all played games on miniclip.com, and at the time, RuneScape was #1. So my friend started playing, and he was like, oh wow, this is a great game, you guys should start playing, and he kind of introduced us to the game. And I was like, okay, I'll start, because at the time, I only had a few friends, and if my friends were playing this game, I wanted to be playing this game. So I made an account, and he taught us what to do, like me and my other friend, MNIS, he taught us both what to do and what we're supposed to, what the area is, and we went through Tutorial Island, the old Tutorial Island, it was awesome, and we literally just, were on our way, and I never forget that it was so confusing at first. RuneScape was such a confusing game to me because I had no idea where I was or what to do. Like, this wasn't a normal game like what I usually play, and it was an MMORPG. It was my first one I've ever played, and I was just like, what am I doing? Where am I? Am I in a town, or what am I doing? So I eventually found the chicken coop in Lumbridge, and I just started training, and I sat there for about a week or 2 weeks just getting combat up because I had no idea what else to do. And what's funny is I didn't even train strength or defense because I stayed on the attack style, and I didn't know that you could change styles to gain different things. I was like, why am I only getting attack up? And I'm stabbing these chickens. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like 50 attack and 2 strength and 2 defense because I got those in Tutorial Island. I was like, what is going on? So I couldn't believe what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. But after, my friend kind of taught me what to do, Anthony, MNIS, kind of grasped RuneScape a little bit more than me. He's like, oh, you got to go to Varrock and buy some different armor and shit. And I went to Varrock and I bought some stuff, and I slowly learned the game myself, but my first thoughts of it is very confusing. I couldn't figure out the areas. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I had to do specifically. I didn't know I could train strength or defense. I only trained attack. So I was kind of confused at first, but obviously that's how it is with any game, and I was in 7th grade, so I wasn't the brightest kid. So I just kind of freestyled it, and I kind of taught myself how to play, but with the help of others. And it was just fun and interesting. Like, it was really like such a different experience for me, because in 7th grade, this is kind of like an alternate reality, kind of a, you have your own character and you're doing your own thing. So it was really cool to just see how that plays out, and I really just felt like interested in this game, and that's why I stuck with it for so long, which leads me to my motivation thing. Is I started playing in 7th grade, like I said, and I kind of played it as an escape from like reality, because obviously at the time I was getting picked on, and when I came home and I logged into RuneScape, I wasn't me, I was someone else. And that's what a lot of people play for, I would say. I would only say that because I just know a lot of people who play to escape reality and, you know, not be themselves and just be something else, and you can be someone else online. I mean, I'm not saying go and, if you're a guy in real life, and go and log in and change your character to a girl and scam people and pretend to date people. Like, that's just weird, okay? I'm talking about, you know, you're just not yourself. In this game, I was Regicidal, or at the time, I was a different account because Regicidal wasn't my first account. So, it was just, I was different, and I had my different friends, and you know, you weren't judged for who you were. You were judged on your armor and your stuff, which is stupid too. But I, in general, just played it as an escape. And then eventually, after I stopped getting bullied, I played it because it was fun to me, and I had a love for this game. I had a passion for this game. So that's really how it kind of, you know, evolutionized for me, is because I started playing because it was escape, and then it became amazingly fun, and I was so involved in it, and you know, I was, you know, a YouTube video maker at the time and stuff like that, and it was just like everything for me. Like, this game was like my life, and I just loved it. And I mean, obviously I have a life now. I go out and do things. I, you know, I go to parties, I go to college, I do all this other stuff. But, you know, RuneScape is a, you know, a big thing in my life, and that's why I make videos for it still and such. So this game has been around with me forever, which leads me into my motivation is how do I stay playing it, is because, like I said, I played it as an escape, and now I no longer need this escape, so I don't have the desire to play, you know, like 20 or 18 hours a day, like some radical stuff I used to do back in the day. But now I play it as, you know, stuff to do with my friends, real life and RuneScape friends. And I play it to make videos because I love video making. I love this game. I love the aspect of turning nothing into something. And I just love the fact that I can log in here and I can do whatever I want, really. I have the freedom, you know, so much can get done. I'm efficient, and I like to do the most efficient things. Like, obviously, this is probably not one of the most efficient things, but when I was going for a max or comp cape, you guys know that I was doing the most efficient methods of things, and I was trying my hardest to, you know, get max cape. It's because so much can be done in the game that you can't do in real life, efficiency-wise, and it's so nice to just get so much things done in this game that you normally couldn't do in real life, especially because it's not realistic. But I like the feel of, you know, the medieval times feel on this game, and how it's like, I love the medieval times. If I could live in any century except for this one, it would be the medieval times, and I would absolutely enjoy that. And I love, like, suits of armors. I love the medieval times, like, show they have, and I've been there in real life. It's awesome. But anyways, I just stay motivated because it's something I could do when I'm not doing anything else, when I'm just sitting at home and normally wouldn't be doing anything. Like, instead of watching TV, I'm grinding on this game, or I'm playing this game, or bossing with friends, or it's just a really fun experience for me. And that's how I continue playing and I stay motivated, is because there's always more stuff to do. With every update, I have to, you know, do them, because I can't wear my completionist cape otherwise, and I have to maintain this cape because this is what, you know, has become of my account now. I earned this, and I have to keep up with it. So that's why I continue, you know, playing. I'm motivated because I like to be the best. I'm not the best, obviously. I'm not number one, but I'm amongst the best. I'm in the top 1,500 of the best because I have this cape right here, and I've maxed out all my skills. So I have to maintain that, and I have to maintain my rank and my, you know, I guess prestige, pretty much. So that's why I continue playing. That's why I stay motivated, is so I can, you know, constantly be up to date with the, you know, the game, with the updates, with my cape, and just kind of just doing what I do. I just like logging into this game, and it's such a relaxer for me. It really is a relaxing game for me because I play it. I mean, it sucks when you die at like QBD or something like that, because then I rage. But I just normally like playing because it's such a relaxer, and it just takes everything off my mind. I'm like, I'm playing RuneScape right now. What can I do? What should I do? And I can literally do anything I want. So it's a lot of freedom and a lot of relaxation for me. So that's why I continue playing. But there's one motivational story I'd like to share with you. If there's anything I want you to take out of this, is I want you to be motivated no matter what anyone says. If someone tells you you can't do something, you can. Don't listen to them, because you can. And proving them wrong is the best feeling in the world. Trust me, because this has happened to me. In 12th grade, I had this math class, which I didn't have to take, and my guidance counselor said, you should take this math class because when you go to college, you're going to be behind in math, and, you know, you should know this. But it wasn't necessary. I had all my math credits to graduate high school, so I did not have to take this math class, and I did not want to take this math class because I am not a great math student. So I literally said, I really don't want to do this. She's like, I'm putting you in it anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. So she put me in it, and I got this red-haired teacher. I'll never forget. I'm not going to say her name, but we'll say Mrs. H. And I will never forget this teacher because she was the queen bitch. And I'm sorry for anyone out there if you know this girl. I know my real life friends know this teacher. But I really didn't care about her class at all, okay? I did not really give a rat's ass. I didn't do my homework very much. I mean, I did it because I had to do it, but I didn't want to fail the class, that's why. But I just didn't give a crap. Like, when she was teaching, I kind of fell asleep sometimes, and I was an asshole. I was an asshole student. But she said something to me that I didn't think a teacher was allowed to say when she was getting paid. I mean, she is a 12th grade teacher, so I wouldn't expect her to say anything different. But she literally said to me, like one day, she woke me up and I was like, yeah, and she's like, Lee, I would love to follow you to college because I want to watch you amount to nothing. You're going to fail. I'd love to watch you fail. And hearing that was like music to my ears. Like, that's something I don't embrace. Like, never tell anyone that, like, because people might get a wrong image on that. People might, really like hurt themselves over that and stuff like that. But literally, when I heard that, I was just like, I'm down to nothing. Like, she has no idea. And at the time, I wasn't playing RuneScape, to be honest, because I kind of quit from 11th grade to my first semester in college, and I wasn't making YouTube videos at the time, or I was making Call of Duty videos, I forget. But, she was just like, you're going to amount to nothing, you're going to fail, I would love to watch you fail. And I was just like, wow. Like, I didn't even respond to her. I just looked her in the eyes and was just like, I'll remember that. Like, I said that to myself. And what was crazy is I went to college, obviously, and I finished with my first semester with a 4.0, and I made the dean's list, and I saw her in Applebee's, and it was the funniest thing ever because I just saw her and she was with her fiance or whatever it was, and it was amazing because I went up to her to say hi because I knew I didn't like her and she didn't like me, but I knew me going up to her would like kind of irritate her dinner, and I went up to her and I was like, hey, Mrs. H, and she goes, oh, hey, Lee, kind of like pissed off and surprised to see me, and I was like, what's going on? She goes, nothing, just having dinner, and she's like, how's college going? Where do you go? Because she didn't even know if I was going to college or not, and I was like, oh, I go to blah, blah, and she's like, oh, very nice, and she goes, what did you get your first semester? And I was like, a 4.0, and she's like, no way, and I was like, yeah, I got a 4.0, I'm not that stupid kid that slept in your math class, I just didn't like your class or your teaching method, and she kind of just looked at me like, how dare you say that? And I just kind of walked away and went, I was like, oh, well, I got to go back to dinner. Have a great one. And I just left. And it was such a great thing, like when you prove them wrong and when you show them that you're not a failure or that you can do something that they think you can't. It's such a great feeling. So definitely take out anything out of this motivational thing is don't let anyone stop you from doing what you love to do. Do it regardless, even if it's wrong, even if it's, whatever. If you know what's right and you know you have to be doing this, motivate yourself and stay motivated to prove everyone wrong if they say you can't do something, because no matter what you can. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. So literally just do whatever you love to do, because that's what I do, and I've never been happier with myself. So literally that's what I want you to get out of this. But another way I stay motivated, especially with YouTube and how I continue making videos, is because the respect and loyalty you guys have all showed me and what it means to you guys. Because when I release a video and people send me messages all the time, I actually want to make a collab video for all the fans and all the viewers, because you guys send me so many beautiful messages and so many beautiful tweets and anything. You guys are always so supportive. You actually care. Like on Facebook, people said, how was the storm? Because people know I live in Long Island. We had a storm, and they're like, I hope you're okay during the storm. My love sent out to your family. Like, that's such a nice thing. Like, you guys are such nice people, and it's amazing. The people over the internet, I affect your guys' lives, but you guys also affect mine, and it's amazing. It really is such a crazy feeling, because I have 30,980, I think at this time, subscribers that are not even subscribers. You guys are all literally friends to me, and you guys are also supportive of what I do, and you guys are all appreciative of what I do, and you guys are just so loyal, and it's amazing. So that's really how I stay motivated, through you guys, just knowing that I have these people that just watch my videos and are so happy that I release a new video and are like, look forward to my videos and really get a message out of something I say, whether it's in RuneScape or it's about real life, whatever I say. It's amazing that I can affect your guys' lives, and that really reflects into me, and it impacts my life crazy. You have no idea what all your messages mean to me. So thank you all for sending me these beautiful messages and making me smile throughout the day and loving what I do even more. I mean, this is what I'm going to do for a living, is making videos. Maybe not about RuneScape, but I promise you, I'm going to be in movies, directing them or editing them or doing something, and I'm going to amount to something, and I'll prove Miss H wrong again. So when she's sitting in a movie theater and it pops up on the screen, directed by Lee Keller, or, edited by Lee Keller, she'll shit her pants, and I would love that feeling. I'm going to make sure I'm at that release when she's at it. But, I'm going to be doing great things, and it's all because of you guys, and I'm excited to move on. But right now, RuneScape and YouTube are what I do, and I'm not leaving anytime soon, and I'm staying motivated throughout everything, because my biggest motivation is you guys. So thank you all so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed story time. It was a pretty much a long one. It's like 20 minutes long, so I'm sorry for that, but I know you guys like listening to them. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you go and like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter so you can suggest stuff to me, talk to me, and I could talk to you guys back. So anyways, have a great Monday, everyone. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next one. See you, everyone.